Drishyamana vinatena Drishyamana vinatena Nadrishyante manobhava Nadrishyante manobhava
Nadrishyante manobhavaha
Karmabhirdhyayato nana
Karmabhirdhyayato nana
Karmabhirdhyayato nana
Karmabhirdhyayato nana
Karmani manaso bhava
Karmani manaso bhava
Karmani manaso bhava
Karmani manaso bhava
Drishyamana vinarthena
Drishyamana vinarthena
Drishyante manobhava
Nadrishyante manobhavaha
Karmabhirdhyayato nana
Karmabhirdhyayato nana
Karmani manaso bhava
Karmani manaso bhavan
Drishyamana vinarthena
Drishyamana vinarthena
Drishyante manobhava
Nadrishyante manobhava
Karmabhirdhyayato nana
Karmabhirdhyayato nana
Karmani manaso bhava
Karmani manaso bhavan
Drishyamana vinarthena
Drishyamana vinarthena
Drishyante manobhavaha
Nadrishyante manobhavan
Karmabhirdhyayato nana
Karmabhirdhyayato nana
Karmani manaso bhavan
Karmani manaso bhavan Drishyamana vinarthena
Drishyamana vinarthena
Nadrishyante manobhavaha
Nadrishyante manobhava
Karmabhirdhyayato nana
Karmabhirdhyayato nana
Karmani manaso abhavan
Karmani manaso bhava
Drishyamana vinarthena
Drishyamana vinarthena
Drishyante manobhava
Nadrishyante manobhavahan
Karmabhirdhyayato nana
Karmabhirdhyayato nana
Karmani manaso bhavan
Karmani manaso bhavan
Drishyamana vinarthena
Drishyamana vinarthena
Drishyante manobhava
Nadrishyante manobhavahan
Karmabhirdhyayato nana
Karmabhirdhyayato nana
Karmani manaso
Karmani
bhava
manaso bhavan
Drishyamana
Drishyamana
being perceived
being perceived
vina without arthena
arthena
substance or reality
substance or reality
not Drishyante are seen manobhava creations of mental compunction
creations of metal
Karma bhi, by fruitive activities, dhyayata, meditating upon, nana, various, karmani, fruitive activities, manasa, from the mind, abhavan, appear. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charana Arvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. These visible objects like wife, children and property are like dreams and mental concoctions. Actually, what we see has no permanent existence. It is sometimes seen and sometimes not. Only because of our past actions do we create such mental concoctions. And because of these concoctions, we perform further activities. Purport: everything material is a mental concoction because it is sometimes visible and sometimes not. At night, when we dream of tigers and snakes, they are not actually present, but we are afraid because we are affected by what we envision in our dreams. Everything material is like a dream because it actually has no permanent existence. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes as follows in his commentary: Hartena vyagra sarpadina vinaiva drishyamana swapnadi bhange satina drishyante tadevam dharadyo avasta vastu bhuta swapnadayo vastu bhutas cha sarve manobhava manovasana janyatvan manobhava. At night, one dreams of tigers and snakes, and while dreaming, he actually sees them. But as soon as the dream is broken, they no longer exist. Similarly, the material world is a creation of our mental concoctions. We have come to this material world to enjoy material resources, and by mental concoction, we discover many objects of enjoyment because our minds are absorbed in material things. This is why we receive various bodies. According to our mental concoctions, we work in various ways, desiring various achievements, and by nature and the order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, karmana daiva netrena, we get the advantages we desire. Thus, we become more and more involved with material concoctions. This is the reason for our suffering in the material world. By one kind of activity, we create another, and they are all products of our mental concoctions. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Chabanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. It's my great pleasure, privilege to be at the holy abode of Sri Sri Gandharvika Giridhari Gaurahari and all the assembled devotees. And grateful for this opportunity to share some reflections on this beautiful verse of the Bhagavatam. And this story of the Chitraketu Maharaj and the whole Bhagavatam itself, it challenges our paradigm. Our way of thinking is challenged. Something that is visible is challenged, that do you think what you see is real? And something that is not yet visible, the Supreme Lord, His grace, the spiritual world, is that we are asked to have faith and conviction in the transcendental, in the subtle principles, and something that is so grossly seen around us is being challenged. And here in Narada and Angira, both are powerful, great devotees, and they come together to instruct Chitraketu. Sometimes, we we tend to think that, devotees, there are two great preachers, they cannot go together. Each one has to go differently. Each one has to have his own area. But here, both great devotees, two great devotees, are showing that how even in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela, Lord Chaitanya instructed Haridas Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu to go and preach in every house that Bhaja Gaurango, Kaho Gaurango, Loho Gaurangera Namare, Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Dhanapran. Go and preach this message. So that's one, very something that we very, very much see. That how yes, we may also have our individual sevas, but it is always good to have a preaching partner, seva partner, no matter how elevated you become. Therefore, one of the very pleasing things in Iskcon is when two great stalwarts speak together. Recently we had Kartik Yatra, and during in Mayapur, and that time, both His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj and His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, both were speaking together. So, and it was such a beautiful sight to see. And Chitraketu here is suffering the loss of his only son. He had married 1 crore wives. There is one very famous series called as Kaun Banega Crorepati. Chitraketu was actually Crorepati, husband of 1 crore wives. Now, how did he maintain the database? Who's where? Sometimes, we cannot really figure out these things. All in the pursuit of at least having one child. And we see this, that everything is there, but one thing is not there, and that becomes the cause of our trouble and suffering. They call this as the 99 Club. The 99 Club is where there is a story that a king was once going along with his minister, and he looked at a farmer amidst the fields. He had a little hut, and he was very happily sitting there, very relaxed. And the king said, "He is so poor and still he is so happy." And the minister said, "He is not yet joined the 99 Club. Therefore he is happy." So what is this 99 Club? So you give me 99 gold coins, I'll tell you. So he gave him 99 gold coins. The minister went in the night, kept this bag of 99 gold coins, and he came. Morning, when the man opened the door, saw there was a bag, Amazon parcel. He immediately took it inside and saw this is gold coins. Then he immediately called his wife. They started to count, and when they were counting, the count went beyond 50, beyond 60, 70, 80, 90, and then it stopped at 99. When it stopped at 99, he thought something is wrong. Usually, in bank, if you get 100 rupees or 500 rupees, bunch, you expect a even number to be there, 50 or 100. Say, how can there be 99? So they counted again. Again and again they were counting, still it was coming to 99. Then it was clear that is not a wrong counting, but somehow there are only 99 gold coins. And the wife told the husband, 99 is not an auspicious number. It's not a good number. It will be very good if we have 100 gold coins. And I request you please work hard so you can get that one more gold coin. And the farmer said, to get one gold coin is not that easy. So you are having one crop now, have two crops, have two shifts. So he started to work hard. And how much he will get just with that produce? And he was working hard, but no matter how much he was working hard, it was not enough, savings for him to go and buy one gold coin. And because of this frustration, irritation, he was angry on his wife. He was not able to spend time with his family. And after 1 or 2 months, when the king was passing by, he was hearing sounds, shouting. They say, right, that before when marriage happens, the husband speaks to the wife. Wife is usually quiet. After a while, the wife speaks and the husband listens. After a while, both are speaking, nobody is listening. And after a while, both are shouting and the neighbors are listening. So here the king and the minister were able to see that there is a whole fight going on inside. And then the minister said, sir, they have joined the 99 club. That something or other in our life which is not there, makes us feel incomplete, miserable, and we keep running after that. Obviously, Chitraketu's lamentation, not having a child, was not just for selfish reasons. It was also his duty as a king to have the successor, the next eligible person who can be the king. And therefore, most of the times, if they don't have any, if a mission or an institution or a company doesn't have succession planning, who will take care of this tomorrow? They are only focused about today. Then after these people are gone, then the whole company can go into ruins. So many companies don't exist now. So naturally, a successor is needed. Otherwise, success without a successor is a failure. That it won't last. Therefore, Prabhupada, he brilliantly planned an entire system, an organization of how things should go on, even in his absence. He set up an entire, GBC, governing body council, and how each devotee, there will be a whole. It won't be one person's mandate. It will be a group of devotees, mature devotees that will be running this society. And just because of that, Iskcon could sustain so much, difficulties internally, externally that came through. But in the fate of Chitraketu, a son was not to be there. But Angira Rishi, seeing his intense desire, said, "Is it okay if you get a son that will give you both happiness and sadness?" Said, "All children give sadness, give trouble. It's okay, at least I will have a child." So he had a child, Harsh. He named him as Harsha Shoka. And so much joy the parents were having. But with every happiness that we have, there will be other people who will be unhappy with our happiness. If one country wins the World Cup, there will be 11 other countries who will be in sorrow. The way this world is designed is that one person's happiness comes at the cost of 10 people's unhappiness. When a famous heroine gets married, then all the fans are in sorrow. She couldn't be mine. So all the co-wives of Chitraketu Maharaj, they were all very upset, angry. It's not that they were evil people, but when there is a negative thought, then it can go to such an extent that they ended up plotting and killing the child. Killing a small little child is not something that usually thought of. But the reality is that when somebody becomes jealous and envious, he can go to the extent of destroying others' happiness, others' life, just because they are not able to tolerate that. Also, there was no apparent mistake from Chitraketu that being a leader, being a husband, he had to give at least enough attention to each of the wives. But when this child came, then his only attention was on this wife who could give him this child. And which is also natural, that wherever you get the benefit, that's where in this world relationships are many times give and take. If you are able to give me something, then I will give you some. And when the child dies, Chitraketu's lamentation was enormous, oceanic. And as he is lamenting, that time Angira Muni also brings with him his another great devotee, Narada Muni. And both of them come and they are giving this enlightening instructions on the nature of this world and how we should not depend or expect that the way we see life, that's how life will go on. And specifically here he is saying that drishyamana vinartena, that you are seeing, whatever you are seeing, your wife, your children, your property, don't think that all these are there for you. They are, first of all, they are not eternal, they are temporary. They are almost like a dream. And that's what is being said here. So there is a beautiful poem in Hindi which very much resonates with the theme which is there. You all can understand Hindi? Anyone that can't understand Hindi? So this poem says, 4 दिनों के प्रीत जगत में 4 दिनों के नाते हैं। पलकों के पर्दे पड़ते ही सब नाते मिट जाते हैं। As soon as the eyelids are closed, then that same person who is your father becomes a body. जैसे बॉडी को इधर लेके आओ, उधर लेके आओ। So 4 दिनों के नाते इस प्रीत जगत में, in this for few days we are there like a traveler passenger. They are gone. That person is no more there once the eyelids are closed. जिनकी चिंता में तू जलता था वही चिता जलाते हैं। So much anxiety is there for the family members, which is चिंता। जिनकी चिंता में तू जलता था वही तुम्हें चिता में जलाते हैं। जिन पर रक्त बहाए जलसम, जल में वही बहाते हैं। For those who you have spent your blood like water, they put you into water like ashes. जिनके लिए रक्त जल के जैसा बहाया वही तुमको जल में बहाते हैं। पलकों के पर्दे पड़ते ही सब नाते मिट जाते हैं। So such ephemeral, temporary nature of these relationships, which we think to be they will be there forever. And as soon as we start to get old, all our friends start to leave us. Therefore it said, the grand old person today will be the youngest in someone else's family. And the youngest in our house might have been the oldest in someone else's family. The poem continues. घर के स्वामी के जाने पर घर की शुद्धि करते हैं। घर के स्वामी जाने पर means once the person leaves, till now it was his house, ये मेरा घर है। But वही घर once the soul leaves, the house has to be cleaned because the person has left. घर के स्वामी जाने पर घर की ही शुद्धि करते हैं। पिंडा दान कर प्रेतात्मा से अपना पिंड छुड़ाते हैं। पलकों के पर्दे पड़ते ही सब नाते मिट जाते हैं। जीते जी दो समय का भोजन समय पे जो ना कराते हैं, मर जाने पर खाग बुलाकर, कौवा बुलाकर रुच रुच उसे जमाते हैं। जब व्यक्ति जिंदा है उसको ठीक से खिलाते नहीं हम, we don't feed that person. But once the person dies, we make all his favorite items, take to the crematorium and ask the soul, please come and eat, please come and eat. पलकों के पर्दे पड़ते ही सब नाते मिट जाते हैं. So the message is not that, neglect these relationships, but understand the purpose of these relationships. Through Prahlad Maharaj says, this world is adruva. It is temporary, it is not eternal, but it is arthadam. It has a purpose. And without living that purpose of a family, of human life, if vinardhena, without any meaning, if you live, then what is the use of that relationship? What is the use? And therefore here in Parikshit Maharaj, Chitraketu Maharaj is being given this wisdom that yes, you may feel sad, but don't get lost in your sadness. The poem continues. चौथे से 40वें दिन तक हर एक रस्म निभाते हैं, मृतक के लौट आने का कोई जोखिम नहीं उठाते हैं. Means they do all the rituals saying that now you go, don't come back. पलकों के पर्दे पड़ते ही सब नाते मिट जाते हैं. नातों की क्षण भंगुरता को सद्गुरु हमें बताते हैं. This the temporary nature of these relationships, the spiritual master, the guru, explains us. उन नातों का मोह ना कर जो दुर्बल तुझे बनाते हैं. Relationships are not supposed to make you weak, but material relationships make you durbal. The relationships are, it's a ship. It's supposed to help you to go towards Krishna. But if a relationship, whether it is now there or the person has passed away, if it is weakening you, then that is not the purpose of that relationship. पलकों के पर्दे पड़ते ही सब नाते मिट जाते हैं. So there is this story of Lord Brahma, and was once curious that where did the Indraloka was vacant, because Indra was cursed to become a hog, a pig, because of some mistake. And Indra was born as a pig, and then eventually he became so absorbed in his pig life that his curse time was over, but he was not ready to come back. And then, Brahma comes and tells Indra, who was in the form of a pig, that your term is over, now you come back. And Indra says, I am very happy as a pig, I don't want to come. No, I have my little piglets, I have very nice, halwa that I get every day, garam halwa from people. I don't know how many of you have seen pigs, hogs. Nowadays you don't see in cities. In childhood, when I used to go to our village, sometimes when I used to go, respond in jungle, pigs used to fight. तो ये मेरा है, मैंने पहले उसको देखा. And in between those fight, I used to be anxious. I can't, you cannot respond when two pigs are, waiting to have your so-called Mahavishta. But what we feel so dejected by, Prabhupada tells this story, once a man, he passed in the jungle and he was closing his nose. And as he was passing, so that stool that spoke, why are you feeling so hateful towards me? तुम्हारे कारण मेरा ऐसा अवस्था हुआ. Because of you I became like this. Yesterday I was a nice samosa, and I took your association, and see now what I have become. Prabhupada tells this story that be mindful of whom you associate with. If you associate with wrong people, samosa का stool बन जाएगा. So Indra was not at all ready to leave that, and that is the illusion, that every person at the same time is troubled in his situation but is not willing to leave his situation, his family, his thoughts, his attachments, his dependency on the people who are around him. And death is a alarm, is an awakener. That when someone dies, it gives you a stark understanding that no No one is going to stay here. And that was the Yudhishthir Maharaj, he says the greatest surprise in this world, most amazing thing is that ahani ahani bhutani gacchanti yamalayam sheshastavar michanti. That every day we see that people are going to the Yamalaya. But those who are shesha, those who are remaining, they think mera bhi time hai. There is a very famous t-shirt which was inspired by one movie which says apna time aayega. You have seen those t-shirt? It's very popular in Bombay. There was one movie which inspired that. That, don't be morose, you will also get success. You will also become successful. So that is the message. Apna time aayega. But whether you get success, whether you get that girl or not, but death, apna time aayega. So they are proclaiming, mera bhi time aayega. But they are not ready. Gaur Gopalpur tells this story that, once in a family, there was this young 20-year-old boy. And whenever he used to go to someone's marriage, there was an aunt who used to shoulder him and say, Tumhara agla hai, tumhara agla hai. That next is yours, next is yours. So once he went to a cremation. So this young boy went to his aunt and he shouldered her and said, Agla tumhara hai, agla tumhara hai. So death is going to come. It's a reality. And we need to prepare our life so that death doesn't become a failure or dejection, but becomes a stepping stone towards the spiritual world. Just like Dhruva Maharaj, when he practiced his sadhana perfectly and he took the blessings of all the devotees, sadhus there, then when the Vaikuntha Vimana came, death personified came there to become the stepping stone. And Dhruva Maharaj stepped on death and then he boarded the Vaikuntha Vimana. So same way when we absorb ourselves in Krishna consciousness and when we serve the devotees by devotees' blessings, we can overcome death. And Srila Prabhupada not just taught us how to live, but in his last days, the way he was absorbed in Krishna, you will not see a video of anyone else except Prabhupada while he is dying. Any great person, nobody has allowed recording at the time of death. Have you seen anyone? Because there is something called as terminal restlessness. All your so-called desires, expectations, they make a person very restless. It's called as terminal restlessness. So therefore most people, they are not in their sane mind to be able to be, although they say rest in peace, nobody peacefully dies. The journey of the soul from the body is a painful journey. But Prabhupada is so amazingly absorbed in Krishna that till the last moment we have no recordings of how Prabhupada, on his deathbed he is recording Bhagavatam and totally fixed in Krishna. And sometimes he used to joke, that when I was a child, I used to run on the beaches of Puri. But now I am an old man, I use a walking stick. I used to have muscles. Now this is a flat tire. It's hanging down. So Chitraketu Maharaj is being given this wisdom by Narada and Angira, and he really took it. And he took it and he became so absorbed in Krishna that he ultimately became an associate of Lord Sankarsana, Lord Balaram. And of course later, he kind of makes a joke on Lord Shiva, and then Parvati mistakes it and then is cursed to become Chitraketu. What did he become next his life? Vritarasura. So beautiful, na? A very thrilling episode of how this story unfolds. And an example is given of how this world, it appears to be like a dream, because it is not factually there. It is the manifestation of material world is a illusion. What we see as form, all this is just put together for a while, and then we think this is eternal, this is there, and after a while it is taken away. So, and because it is ephemeral, it is temporary, the scriptures say it as it is almost like illusion, like a dream. And Prabhupada gives his example that sometimes we get bad dreams, horror dreams. Somebody is chasing you, you are, once I remember I was at IIT, I was studying. Why? We spend more time, more energy to avoid misery and in no suffering for what we have lost. Therefore this world is called as Dukhalaya, because somehow or other mind keeps going to that you may be very good in, say, one seva. Say you may be very good in deity worship. But the mind will not, tell you that you are not a good preacher, you are not a good book distributor, you don't put your tilak properly, something or other. Mind will focus more on what you don't have than what we have. And that's why this world, and there will be something or other which will not go our way. Therefore this world is called as Dukhalaya. The another thing about this world is that everything is relative. The way you see, the way other person sees is different. One man's food is another man's poison. In our temple, Chopati Radha Gopinath Mandir, every day they make different state menu, because brahmacharis are from all over India. So one day they make Maharashtrian menu, another day they make Punjabi menu, another day make Bengali menu, another day they make Odisha menu, then Andhra menu, then Karnataka menu. And no matter which menu is made, it's not that it's bad, but when idli is made, the North Indian devotee is unhappy, because for him, ये क्या है, कुछ नमक नहीं है, शक्कर नहीं है, कुछ नहीं इसमें, flat, they can't relate to idli. Upma they can't relate even more. That सूजी में शक्कर डालते, नमक थोड़ी डालते. In rava, you put sugar, so it becomes halwa. But with upma, what you put? You put salt. So they can't relate to that. But amusing thing is that even the South Indian devotee is not happy with the idli, because a Bengali has made that idli. So will the idli be as perfect as it is made in Karnataka or in Andhra Pradesh? So that way, our attempt is to make others happy, but the way they see that thing maybe is different. Therefore, in this world, we cannot please everyone. Someone or other will be unhappy with what we do. And because of this relative reality, that we can never, really please or be satisfied. Thus, even the definition of success, Krishna says, that Yanisha, what is the verse? Jagrata Samyami, that what is night for a conditioned soul is day for enlightened being. So devotees may be happy with us, but if you go to family, some functions, you're saying, ye kya kiya? The number one question which people ask me wherever I go is, आपने IIT seat waste कर दिया. How can you waste a IIT seat? So relative reality. And not just this place is relative, but is also ephemeral. It is temporary. Ephemeral means everything is temporary. Once a girl went to a shop to eat a samosa, and this girl said, "Uncle, कल का समोसा बहुत अच्छा था, आज इतना टेस्ट नहीं लग रहा है." And this shopkeeper said, "बेटी ये कल का ही समोसा है." So yesterday's samosa will taste yesterday nicely, but today if you take, it is ephemeral. The taste is gone. It will become cause of disease. And because of this ashashvata, this temporary nature of this world, it creates ephemeral nature. It creates so much anxiety. So much anxiety. And now with this technology going at such a fast pace, the job is such an anxiety, because no matter what you study, in 5 years all that becomes totally useless. Now there are all types of engineerings that have come, which when I was studying engineering, they were not there only. Data engineering and all this artificial intelligence is a big field now. So many fields have come. What to speak of that? No? This whole social media, YouTuber, to make that, I am a YouTuber, has become like a respected thing, that I make now videos. He may be not doing anything. Therefore, one thinker said that this is the only generation that has documented themselves much more than what they have done anything. Previously, only if you get some big medal, the photo used to be taken. Now if you even just go for a marriage, there will be 1,000 photos in that marriage. So much more documentation than what has been done. So because of this temporary, there is so much anxiety continuously. Therefore, the spiritual world is called as Vaikunta, where there is no anxiety, birth, death, old age, disease, all these, and all the three kleshas, adhyatmika, adhibhotika, adhidevika, none of this are there. And the reason why all this anxiety, miseries are there, M stands for misery, the threefold miseries that are there, so that we are inspired to move on to the spiritual world. This place is not for a gentleman to stay. Therefore, Prabhupada used to say that, Durga Devi is poking everyone with her Trishula. Utho idhar se. Utke, go to Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Leave this place of darkness and go to the spiritual world. Take to Krishna consciousness. And in these discussions, in the Bhagavatam, becomes like a refresher. Our mind is refreshed with this, eternal realities, these principles. Otherwise, the more we get, into this world, these principles of life, we may not be able to put them in the forefront. Therefore, everyday hearing Bhagavatam helps our mind to remain sharp, so that we don't get illusioned. Our intelligence doesn't get blunt when we hear the Bhagavatam every day, and we are dealing with the world without delving into the world. We deal with the problems, but we don't get absorbed or delve into the problem. We don't get buried in our problems. So I'll stop here, and if any reflections are there, if any devotees, we can take, or any questions. Sorry for going little over time. Yes, Prabhu. A is anxiety, M is misery, but misery and also the whole purpose is to move on. That to move on from this world, don't take this world so seriously. That the more we take this world seriously, the more we will be in trouble. Because everybody is fighting their own battle, nobody really can concern. Only Krishna has full awareness of the extent of our problems and he understands us. Therefore, to only make Krishna as the central point of our life, and with everything else, we see that as an opportunity to serve them, help in our journey. Okay? Yes, Prabhu. Yes, yes. This world is a place where misery is celebrated. Dukhalay. That's another meaning Acharyas give. This place of misery, but a place where, without our knowing, means what is worship? Where you spend your most time and energy. So, because people spend most time and energy in negative things, therefore this place is called as Dukhalay. I have another whole series for why I DU hai na? So the U is there. So I add other vowels to this. This world is a place of misery because this world is a dekalai. The more we see around, the more we become miserable. इसके पास गाड़ी है, उसके पास अच्छी लड़की है. जितना देखेंगे उतना दुख में जाएंगे. This world is a dikalai. Dikalai means show off. We want to show off and people are not impressed. So we want more to show off. That's why we are in misery. This world is a dhakkalai. Everybody is, we don't want to go to school, we don't want to do things, but we have to do so many things. Dhakkalai. So, dhikalai, dhikalai, dhakkalai, and finally dhokalai. सब लोग धोखा खाने वाले हैं. कोई हमको हमारे उम्मीदों को पूर्ण नहीं करने वाला है. So I made this another. It's a whole series, but I showed in Dikalai, Dekalai, Dhakkalai and Dhokalai. Okay? Hare Krishna. Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.